Good morning, pregame crew. It is Monday, August 23rd. We will go live in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, I will officially start. Audio visual check, please. Good morning, Jorge, Frank, Curtis, Rui. I can't say that, sorry. Curtis, Robert Mack, Tammy, David, Henry, Roger, P. Court, C. Thank you, mods. Hey, Chuck. Perfect. You're always the first one to respond. I appreciate that. Hey, Wave Trader, all the way down in Louisiana. Hi, Johnny. What a morning. Market is bullish. Asia markets bounced 2% plus. That is a big bounce on the Hang Seng. Giving us a boost, and the dollar taking a little bit of a breather, giving gold and oil with a big bounce. I chose to swim yesterday evening instead of trade and visit with my family. But what a bounce from the 61.74 level. When I was looking at it this morning, the 61.56, this Mars level on oil, it bounced from there. Beautiful bounce, and now we got a little bullish engulfing candle forming on the daily, so XLE could be bullish today. I say I'm going to start at 6:30, and my husband always points out that I start early because I just like chit-chatting with y'all. Yeah, click the like button, please. It is crazy. Hey, y'all. Michelle, Roberto, Sincere Almond, Night Truck, Amira Asia, Syndicate, Babe. I just remembered that I told y'all we'd give away a hoodie today. I think I was cornering Jason on it and I didn't follow through. So that's my bad. Let's do it this week. I won't tell you what day. That way I don't have to commit to it and write it down to make sure I get with Jason on it. And make sure that you tune in every day. And hit that subscribe button. Lots of love to you, K-Lex. I know y'all can feel it, the love that I have for y'all and this job and what I do. I just love it. It's not a job. Absolutely love it. Going back to ES, if you're interested in my chart setup, it is on the screen now. The green and red are the 8 and 21 EMA. The yellow and purple are the 50 and 200 simple moving average. The yellow candles are just inside bars, just shows, I like to call them those Russian doll, like nesting dolls. It's just when price nest within the prior candle's range, and it's just a tightening formation. CM Ultimate RSI time frame by Chris Moody. It plots multiple time frames. So the blue is whatever I'm on at the time, 4 hour or hourly. The orange is always the daily. So I can see two RSI at the same time. TTM squeeze, think or swim default. This just shows me when pressure is building, and I like pressure cookers. Hey, Harisha. Well, we all started out as dummies, and some days I still trade like a dummy. So I still make mistakes. I'm years into this process, and we all make mistakes. So yeah, I know what you're saying is you're just starting at ground zero. Lots of YouTube videos out there, lots of free resources on YouTube. And then, of course, you could join a community like the Chart Guys, where we share setups that we see. We have a beginner's question where you can just ask whatever you need, and the community chimes in. We have news. We're constantly posting what's going on in the world. We have lots and lots of channels. So you could join a community like us, or you can just watch YouTube videos and start out slow. And it's way more psychology in trading than people realize. It's technical analysis. It's a minor part of it. The emotional and psychology part of it is definitely the most difficult. So yes, you can learn technical analysis, but I also recommend always reading Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. That will help with some of the psychology aspects. And to put it very simply, buy support and short resistance. These are just structures. Every day, the market is just building a structure. So just think of every chart as a little house. And you have floors, and then you travel up the floor, and then the prior ceiling now becomes a floor underneath you, a support, constantly building structure to the upside or to the downside. And we would like to buy at support and short at resistance. All right. I want to start out. It's 8:30. Let's get started. First of all, I want to just get the macro picture of ES and just show you something that I saw this weekend that was fascinating. We have bottomed on the 18th or 19th of the month, 4 months in a row. So May 18th, here was this bottoming candle, May 19th, June 18th, July 19th, and then it happened again last week on August 19th. What can I do with this information? I just created a calendar reminder around September 15th, and I said, hey, just watch for any type of bottoming. So I'm not going to automatically short the market on the 17th of the month. That doesn't make any sense. But when we have this type of repetitive, I don't want to say seasonality, but repetitive price action, it's just nice to make note of it. You can use the Trader's Almanac. I have used that in the past, where it just kind of shows what typically happens during a certain time frame, and it just gives you context. It's not tradable information, it's just a little tiny extra edge. Price action is always king, queen, prince, and princess. So how awesome was that NASDAQ 4-hour inverse head and shoulders that we were ready for on Friday morning? How awesome was that? We were ready for it. RTY behaved perfectly. RTY, we had that 2100. We were talking about it Friday morning. We hit 2108, I believe. 2108.70 on Thursday, 2109.80 on Friday. It gets no cleaner than that. So when I said I trade like a dummy sometimes, actually every weekend I do an analysis, forensics on my trading for the prior week. And I look at it as a whole. What was I doing well? What was I not doing well? I have to constantly do forensics. I call it doing an autopsy. I have to constantly do forensics, and it's not to beat myself up. It is just to improve. I truly don't have an emotional attachment to a poor trade. I just want to get better. Every day I just want to get a little bit better. And reviewing my trades this past week, this past month, if I would have stuck to RTY only, I would have had no losses, which is insane and hard to do in trading. But I had 100% last week on my IWM and RTY trades. And Amazon, I've been reading poorly for about a month now. So we have to know what we're in the groove with. I took dancing growing up. I took jazz, tap, ballet, hip hop, and I did not like tap. It just wasn't my thing. My groove was hip hop. Okay, well, and of course I didn't like ballet either, but I'm also 5'10", so, and they had to order my ballet shoes from New York City, size 11. So there's that. But I was in the groove with hip hop. I am in the groove with RTY. It is my hip hop. And Amazon is ballet to me right now. So I have to stay with what's working and what I have a good read on. So I got started and I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community. We teach technical analysis. We have a community of about 1,000 members, and we collaborate, and it's just an awesome community to trade in. We post setups that we see, and everyone contributes. This is the pregame show. I go over the Fab Four futures, commodities, crypto, movers and shakers of the morning. I have way too many this morning. I will blast through them as I can. And in our chat room, the YouTube chat, Chart Guys community, we teach technical analysis. We have a chat over here with YouTube. We have a lot of moderators. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all modding the room, but it's hard for me to review chat while I'm live, so just know that. So going back to the market, we're having an bullish morning. So we have a double top right here on the hourly at 445.475 and 4455 support, resistance 445475, 4455 support 4445. That's a lot of fours, folks. That's a lot of fours. Now on the 4-hour, it just looks like a beautiful bull flag. Do you see how the bull flag is not even dog-legging? It's not even coming back a little bit and giving that little slant. That's super bullish. When you're on your consolidation, you can't even come down at all. You're just slightly going sideways. But we got a double top right here at that level I've mentioned, 4455. We broke this level by about $6 or $5.25. That's not a bull break quite yet. I am focused on RTY again. Let's go back. So on the daily, we've been watching this rising wedge, running it, slamming into the 50 MA, rejecting, and then we had this huge bearish move. I exited my my puts around here, which was way too soon, but that 4 hour was beat up. So when the 4 hour got oversold, then I would buy again on any bounce and then sell again when it would pull down. So we got that weekly double bottom here, 2100, 2108, and we bounce. So this is what I'm looking at right now. We have this support here, 2181. We're getting through that, and then 218890. Prior support could become resistance. And we zoom into the 4 hour, we see that resistance clearly at 2191, and we hit 2189. We're running into the underside of a downtrending 50 MA. This is a clear level for me to short, but I'm not going to short blindly. I'm going to wait for the 15-minute to trend change. So we just broke this support by 20 cents, but that was not enough of a bear break. If we approach this 2190 area again, I will be watching for a pullback, and I want to clear higher low, lower high, lower low, and then I'm going to put my stop up here. So let me draw that again with path. This is what I'm watching for. I'm waiting for this to approach this area again. So we did get a little lower low break here, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't convincing. And then I'm going to enter a short on RTY futures once we get here. And actually, I'm going to put my stop up at that 2190 level. So I hope that makes sense. That's what I'm watching. My eyes are glued to this today because it's clean. I need clean setups, high conviction. I don't want to just waste my money and my trades and my mental capital on trades that are not high conviction. So we're running into this 4 hour 50 MA on YM as well. 35285 is that clear resistance. And I should mention we have Jackson Hole this week where the Fed will speak a few times. So I believe today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, I'm not sure. Here it is. Jackson Hole Symposium, August 26th. So that's later this week. So we have that happening, and then we are also expecting manufacturing numbers, GDP and housing numbers this week. So that's what's going on in the geopolitical world. Dow, one more little higher high, and this would be looking a little bit more like a rising wedge. We just have these clear resistances to play off. So I would be looking short RTY and YM today, and bullish ES and NQ. And it just depends on what market internals tell me when we open up. And I wait a bit. That's probably the question I get asked the most. How do you trade the opening range? My best trades typically come in around the 15-minute mark after the market opens. So I get some candles. The more data I have, that's more information I have to make a more informed trade. So waiting 15 minutes is typically a good thing, anywhere from 15 to even 30 minutes, especially if you're a newer trader. Just wait for tightening ranges. Just wait for things to get tight, and then you have clear levels to play from. So a lot of traps can happen at open. Okay, going back to NASDAQ. Let me clear this off. We have this 4 hour bull flag potential. It looks absolutely beautiful. We're right up here. We have broken this 15141. We are stopping at this resistance, 15157. We hit 15153. So we're $4 underneath this resistance. We are right up at all-time high. How impressive. And it's going to be up at all-time high when you got charts that look like this. This is a gorgeous chart. Microsoft, Apple chart still looks great. So these big names, Amazon does not look great, but I'm still looking for a potential momentum shift today. So NASDAQ looks bullish. I see no bearish trade for me on NASDAQ or ES. I see clear levels on YM and RTY, but I'm not going to blindly short, just short for the heck of it because, oh, it's high. I'm going to wait for the bears. I'm going to wait for some friends to get with me on the trade. And here goes gold. So one of the setups I had for today is GDX. It's probably, yeah, it's going in pre-market. So if you're a member of the TCG community, I posted this last Friday. So we had a test within 5 cents of this 3064. We hit 3069, and gold has a potential daily bull flag here, and we're breaking bull out of that bull flag. That really, GDX has been a huge laggard to gold, but this may be a bull laggard play. Go bull GDX on a pullback. And then the stop would be 30.69 or 30.64, that actual support from the monthly. You can trade Nugget for the long side, but those are dangerous. Those are 3 times leveraged names. And if you've never traded a 3 times name, don't start. Today's not the day to start. So gold, very bullish. Potential daily bull flag. Resistance is 1814. That's the 200 MA, and price-wise 1835, 1837. Oil, beautiful bounce, bullish engulfing on the daily. Watch names, those XLE names, hourly. We have a huge push up. I would not say we have a clear low. We haven't really pivoted. Well, I guess we could say this. 63.76 is your support, and then 63.12 resistance. 64.30, 32 double top. Bitcoin, what a move. Hourly inside bar, we have 19 minutes until this candle closes. If it closes like this, it would be a double inside bar. Your resistance 50505, support 50160. Beautiful chart. We talked about this rounded top and what that meant last Friday, and we saw the bulls breaking out of that rounded top. And so we have a daily bull flag, bull break, beautiful. And this is what the bulls want to see, is decreasing, with the exception of that one bar. We want to see decreasing bear volume when we're going sideways. Volume will tell us that this consolidation is no longer healthy, and watch for a pullback. Hourly inside bar on ETH as well. Resistance 3354, support 3324. I told y'all last week what I was trading, and right now on alts, I am in a short on SOL and ICP. SOL and ICP. I am in a short. Okay. You're late, Mr. Chad Bad? Yeah, I bet Dan can do ballet. Okay. Now, let's go the movers and shakers. TCGers. Dan will be live in 18 minutes over in the room, and he goes live for about an hour and a half. And then at, at noon Eastern, we'll have a lunch show that lasts about 45 minutes to an hour, and that is typically Jason, Lamont, or me. And then in the afternoon, Dan goes live 45 minutes before the market closes. So you get 3 additional live shows, and all of your ticker requests are answered in those 3 shows. This show in the pregame, it's difficult for me to do that with the format, but at the end, I'll try to go over a few ticker requests. So Amazon, I'm looking for a shift to the bulls. Key resistance 3233. We are over Friday's high, so the next resistance is Thursday's high. And then support is 3175.77. And then guess what that number is? 3172. That's the tattoo number. I played this bounce on Friday. That was a winner trade for me. And I have a couple calls left from Friday on Amazon and Roku. These are the trades I brought into today. Roku, we've been talking about this falling wedge. We got a little bounce here, and then it pulled back again. We've been playing this bottoming pattern, and I'm looking for the bottom to get put in here on Roku. On the monthly, we have this EQ. I'm looking for this monthly higher low, and I would love to swing it for at least 3 to 4 weeks to the long side. So your resistance 35749, and then 35880. Support 350.04 and 344.21. If IWM and the Dow start pulling back, it may kibosh some of these bull ideas. However, if ES and NQ, which has all the leadership right now, they are the boss. If they keep control, the bulls today, then this trade should work along with Amazon long. Those are my queen of the mountain trades today. IWM short, Roku, Amazon to the long side, GDX to the long side. So, but GDX is not as tied to the market as it is tied to gold. It does impact it. The market does impact GDX, the miners, but it's not as tied to it. But we really need some of these ideas to work. We need ES and NASDAQ to retain leadership today. Baba, I know a lot of you were looking for this bottom fish on Friday, and it just dumped all day. long. 155.30 is your support from after hours. 155.50 is a support from Friday. The Hang Seng bounced, like I mentioned, overnight, 2+%, and then they came out with some positive news, not Baba, but the China government on what they're doing for the economy. So 159.30 is your next resistance. Actually, let me zoom in here. 159.30 is your next resistance. Then 159.59 and 160.20. I'm not touching this. I'm just not touching it. I had not played oversold bounces with China names well. Tao, those EDU names, I lost a couple times on those. It's just not my, it's not my hip hop. It's my ballet. Baba is my ballet. I'm not going to trade it. But I'm here for you to give you levels and help you trade it. And what you're looking for is for the bottoming pattern is you're waiting for a 5-minute higher high, higher low at least, and put your stop below that 5-minute higher low if you're looking to bottom fish this bounce. And just estimating, this is just an estimate. The goal in this scenario would be a bounce back to the daily 8 or 12 EMA. That would be the goal. In this case, it'd be around 174. That would be the goal. That would be my target ultimately. But you scale out in thirds. Oh, yeah. ADA does look good to me as well. Yeah, Bob, we do have lunch with Lori on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Jason covered for me last week, which is very nice of him. I had very long mornings, getting up at 3 in the morning on those days, and he covered for me. But yes, I will be live this Tuesday and Thursday. So, Baba, 174 would be the target on any bounce. 155.30 is the level. GDX, we have those levels. Your next resistance is 31.50. We got a double top there, then 31.53 support, 31.26, 30.93. Home Depot. I love when I see stuff on my chart from prior pre-game show, a hurricane trade setup. We were looking for this bottom fish over here, and look how well that worked out. Then on last Tuesday, Tuesday, I posted in the room that we had 4-hour oversold looking for a weekly higher low, and we got a 4-hour bounce from that. So basically, I'm giving you a free swing report name today, HD. So the better buy was down here. Of course, in hindsight, that was the better buy, but on any pullback, we are still in hurricane season. Again, we need market strength for this to work as well. I like Home Depot to the long side. Your next resistance is up at 335.63. Net, I like this to the long side daily and 4-hour squeeze. I'm looking for a shift to the bulls. This is a huge IBD name. And we got some sideways congestion. We have resistance at 12242, 12578. Support is at 119.53, 119.53, then 118.15. NVDA. All right. NVDA, I love this name. I posted in our swingers chat for swing report. We call it swingers because it's pretty funny, but it's our team that works on the swing report. I posted that I like NVIDIA long back here, and then it just exploded. So we could not include it in the swing report this weekend, but this is still a gorgeous chart. This is the second prettiest chart out there for me. This is number 2, NVIDIA. It looks great. So if semis have leadership today, that is a real boon for the market. So AMD, we could possibly look for a bounce here. I was looking at this. It has a potential 4-hour falling wedge. And NVIDIA just look great. Beautiful chart. So I would love to buy NVIDIA on a pullback to the 209 area. And we're in all-time high territory. This is the prettiest chart in the market for me. If you've been a member of Swing Report, if you've been a member of TCG, you know I talk about that trampoline move. And that's where you have the squeeze and you have this little slight curling of the EMAs of price. I like it when it slams into the 50 EMA and then it pushes it's so strong it can't even get to the 50 EMA. So this is actually a Swing Report name from back here. We got this all-time high and now it's setting up again. AZO, beautiful. So a lot of these car part stores, they're just doing great with used car prices so high. So people are just repairing their cars versus getting new ones because they can't get a new one because there's no chips to put in them. You have resistance on O'Reilly 608.86. Someone asked me about this weekend, saying would I do commons. I looked up the options. Definitely can't do options. It is not liquid enough for me. So I will be looking at commons in my IRA for O'Reilly. Queen of the Mountain setup swings. Support 602.56, 600, and 596.04. We need market cooperation. Roku, I went over. Stitch Fix. This isn't my sandbox. This is not my sandbox, but this is a decent setup. We have monthly support at 37.59 and we hit 38.32. It's already bouncing. 38.32 on the monthly higher low here on Stitch Fix. Looking for a monthly higher low, and daily RSI is down at 24. It is really beat up. So for a bottom fish like this, you're going to get a high stop out rate. You'll get stopped out often, but the risk route, it's a lower risk because your stop is so close by. So your resistance 41.20, 41.24. SWAV, this is another IBD name. It has this hourly squeeze. It's really set up well. This is a pretty chart. So this is chart number 3 as far as swing charts, larger time frame. I like SWAV. You have support at 18970. What is the liquidity on this? I didn't check that. My bad. Not bad. It's not great either. Volume 269,000. Then down at, so let me do support again. 189.70. 186.79, 184.50. Resistance, Friday's high, 194.73. We're right there, then 196.85. W day. This is, okay, now I'm losing track. This chart is beautiful. It has a problem though. It's below the 200-day and it's fighting with the 50 EMA. My criteria for a swing is it must be above the 50 and 200. I want positively stacked EMAs below me. When they're stacked below you, let's look at O'Reilly. It's like layers of cake is what I like to call it. You see these layers of cake or concrete, whatever you want to call it. It's just very supportive for price. Well, W day is not set up yet, but it is close. Very, very tight on W day. Your resistance 23871, 23898. IWM, same thing as RTY. I'm looking for this 217.10. You see how I had that alert set. It's already alerted me 217.85. So we have that resistance zone right by that 8 EMA, but I need price to pause first. I can't just blindly short it. We got resistance right here at 217.89, 218 psychological support, 217.47. QQQ. Support is at 36858, 36791. Resistance 36911. Then 36926. We're right here at all-time high. SPY. All-time high 44711. We hit 44513. The next resistance is up at all-time high. Support is at, the way that we're moving higher, it's hard to give these support levels. 44480, and then down at 443 and 44246. Bingo. Sotima is slope of the EMAs. I like to trade using Sotima as one of my edges. Okay, bingo. What's his name-o? Okay. We got a double bottom at 508. That is the line in the sand that must hold. So Friday's low was 514. So your support 533, then 514, your next resistance. Pre-market 549. So you have a shelf here at 549, 548, and then 558. It could be finally putting its temporary bottom in, but bears obviously love to hate this name. So they're above the hourly EMAs, which is step 1. Now they need to get the 4-hour trend change. Give me that 4-hour higher low, and then you can feel more confident that the temporary low is set on bingo. Okay. Yes, if you are a Swing Report member, I went over utilities this weekend. It is now in our sector rotation. It's in the top 3 leader. I actually put it in investings. XLU is back on the leaderboard, relative rotation graph, and I posted some names that are looking good. And I'm looking to put this in my dad's portfolio and find a name that has a nice dividend. So XLU, it's in the improving quadrant. It's not quite in the leading quadrant, but it's definitely in the top 3 leaderboard. So yes, utility names. I looked at several this weekend that looked great. I think Hawaii Energy was one too. Yeah, this chart pulled up in a scan. This rounding bottom with this weekly squeeze, it's beautiful. And then Duke Energy looks great. All right, Spot. Yeah, Spot looks good. They had that news Friday. That was a good trade Friday if you took it. I took that one. So we're working on a 4-hour trend change. Give me that clear 4-hour higher low, and then you can zoom higher. It looks like an hourly bull flag. Resistance Friday's high, 218.14, and then above that, 226.27. This chart looks really good. Any ideas on Baba, John? I shared my ideas with Baba. I can't trade this. It will, I can't say that. It should bounce back. This does look like a volume climax, but RSI of 19, when it's news related, the government's been doing everything it can to tank this. That doesn't mean anything. You don't have to have an oversold bounce. And when you have a government that keeps giving you headlines, and we're pounding into the hourly EMA again, bears have been making bank on this. Let's go back. If you were a bear on this, and you shorted this EMA touch, you are up 23%, which in put terms, if you were in puts, you could be up about 1,000%. If this ATM keeps printing money, why would you stop shorting it? Bulls have proven nothing on this name. So don't get so hung up on, oh, the RSI is 19. We have a vol climax. It has to bounce. Nothing has to bounce. It don't have to do jack. So be careful. Oh, Jack Maha. Yep, XLU and XLRE are safe haven plays because they typically pay dividends. Not all of them, but a name that we played in the Swing Report that was a gorgeous name. We played it back here. This was a trampoline move and a feature name, just one of my key charts. Love, love, love these setups. And it has a dividend of $1.27 per quarter. So yes, real estate names are typically risk off. So when you're just trying to take some risk off, you shift your money into dividend-paying names that have gradual increases. Well, in our case, some of them have been great increases, and they pay those little dividends. All right, what else? Team now. Yep. Oh, absolutely. Roberto, are you a Swing Report member? You're giving away all our Swing Report names. I'm kidding. I don't mind that. Now it's one of our Swing Report names. It's in software, and it's a beautiful chart. Yep, I'm with you. Software looks great. Okay. Anything else? We have 2 minutes till Dan starts live. I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you for joining me. Bring a friend tomorrow. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Love you all. TCGers, I'll see you in the room.